Good day, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Momeka Wright and I am the CEO of Makeni Heights. Makeni Heights is located in Makeni and we're offering service plots in a gated community. Today I am going to be interviewing a dynamic lady called Michelle Chimuka. What I'm happy about is the fact that here at Makeni Heights we are selling plots, but we're always looking for reliable people that can help mobilize construction teams to be able to do the work here efficiently. So, welcome and looking forward to hearing from you, Michelle. How are you today?
Hi, Momeka. Thanks so much for having me here. My name is Michelle Chimuka and I am the founder and CEO of Rivuuz. So with Rivuuz, the basis is that we connect people we find all the local tradesmen, the self-build option tradesmen, the builders, the plumbers, the carpenters, and we vet them. So we have a pool of 98 vetted service providers on Rivuuz.
That's quite a lot.
That's a lot, across 44 different service categories. So we have people, different types of carpenters who only specialize in roofing, carpenters who only specialize in gypsum ceiling boards, carpenters who only specialize in fabricating doors, so we can get really granular with what we are able to cater for in a house. But on top of that layer of vetted tradesmen who come at quite a cost-effective budget, right? We then layer on a network of regulated professionals, your architects, your engineers, your quantity surveyors. So as a residential home builder, it might be too expensive for you to have an architect throughout your project, right? So we now have architects that we have on our platform who can put an hour towards this project, an hour towards that project. An engineer comes to measure, to inspect this project at all those critical points. So the cost to the homeowner is not as substantial as it would have been, but you also get that added quality, that added inspection, right? So that's the second layer. So first is the vetted pros, the second layer is the regulated profession, and then comes the construction management. So all of this has many moving parts, many moving players. Rivuuz organizes this. So at every step of the process, you as a homeowner, you know what's going on, who's working on your project, and you're making informed decision at every step. The concept of Rivuuz came from just my own building experience. And it was just, how do we find people who know what they're doing, right? Because I think in construction, this is the headache. How do you know that people know what they're doing? And even the name Rivuuz comes from, how do we have a review system, right?
Nice.
Of knowing who's good, who's not good. But so that's the fundamental basis of Rivuuz, that people get reviewed and processed and vetted to get onto the platform. But even throughout, with every job, you're going through a continuous review process. Every job, you're building your CV, so to say, right? So that's me, and that's the company.
So Michelle, I want to ask you a question. Why Rivuuz? What is different from you compared to other people on the market? Why should clients come to you?
Yeah, so first things first, it's this network of vetted professionals that I was talking about, right? Because there's so many across so many categories. You can be sure that every single person working throughout your house is, one, good at what they do and specialized. Because I think you have a lot of options in the market where the builder is also the electrician, is also the plumber, and somewhere along the way things go awry, right? Or you have a company that maybe will have good builders, good plumbers, but the electrician is not very good, right? But here you're sure that every single person is vetted and is good at what they do. And because we have many builders, many plumbers, you can change, you can switch. If this one, I'm not feeling this one, or I don't like the look in his eye, or whatever it is, it's very easy to get another equally skilled person. If somebody's not available, we can switch them out. But I think the second layer then is that we have this very personalized approach, right? If you come and say, I'm building my home, it's this going through, what is it what you want? What's your style? And understanding then who are the pros that we give you? What are the materials that we're buying? If you want us to buy materials for you, or you want to buy your own materials, both options are okay, right? But even when we're buying your own materials, we're very personalized in like, okay, what color palette do you want? We give you all this, we ask you a lot of questions so that you're getting the home that you want. It's all very hands-on and human, right? But I think the most important thing of what makes us different is we're transparent and flexible. What I mean by this is even before you've started doing anything, we're going to break down the cost. you will see the cost of all the materials, you will see the cost of the labor, you will see the cost of our fees. We don't mark up materials. The cost in the shop is the cost that you're paying, right? You have access to all the receipts once everything is bought. When the job is finished and we managed to get a discount, or there was a savings, you get the money back. It's very rare in construction to get change back, right?
Sure.
So it's always a positive shock to people, like, oh, your project's finished and there's some money left over, where can we send it? Or do you want to roll it over onto the next phase of the project? But it's also quite flexible, right? Because if you want, like I said, if you want to buy your own materials, or you want us to buy your own materials, you might have your own plumber and you only need a builder, that's an option, right? Or you just say, I don't have anybody, can you supply me with everybody? So it's really very flexible and based on what you need.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Michelle, I love your explanation so far. So now getting down to the bottom line, how much do these things cost? Because everyone is complaining, the economy. So please guide the audience. How does this work in terms of money? Kwachas.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I think the beauty of Rivuuz is you're paying the same cost of the self-build option. The tradesman, the cost of the materials straight as they are in the shop, the cost of the counter hire, and then we layer on our service fee. Our service fees range from 5 to 20% of the project total, right? And why 5 to 20%? It depends on what you want. Like I said, we're quite flexible. You want to buy your own materials, obviously the service fee is less than if we're buying the materials for you. Depending on where your project is located, depending on if you want something very bespoke and handmade and very involving versus something that's quite straightforward, right? So there's all these variations in what makes up the service fee. But also the way that we work is, when I say the project total, we're not talking about the total cost of the house, right? Because part of the Rivuuz model is that you can build at your own pace, right? So if I only want to do my foundation, then we're going to cost you foundation and we're going to charge you a service fee for doing the foundation. But if you say, okay, at block work, I'm going to buy my own materials, then the service fee is different from the foundation. You buy your own materials. So it's really as you go, right? And you have all these costs up front. So if you're like, okay, I see it, that's too much for me, I'm going to buy my own materials. We recalculate and send you the service fee, and then we go that way. So we're trying to keep it quite flexible.
The service that you're offering is amazing. It sounds like you're really working with a complete, sophisticated network of people. I wanted to ask you, in this type of business that you're doing, what type of partners do you have across the board?
Yeah, great question. So our goal at the end of the day is to make the process of building easier, right? We provide the labor, we provide the humans who build the house, but we don't do the rest of construction. So we partner then with people who provide building materials. So we have a partnership with Mikma, we have a partnership with Bosso Africa, we have partnerships with other hardwares, because we're constantly buying materials for different partners, for different clients. And what that means is, because if we're buying materials in bulk, we can negotiate discounts. So not only are you paying market rates, we're not marking up prices, you're not just paying market rates, but sometimes we can get you discounts. So I'll give you a few examples, right? Through Bosso Africa, we can sometimes get a client cement at a discounted rate than what's on the market.
So Michelle, here at Makeni Heights, I would say about 60% of our clients are Zambians living abroad, diaspora as they're called. So oftentimes they have had terrible experiences in construction. The cousin, the uncle who has basically been given money, and as they say in Zambia, has chewed the money. Have you worked with clients living abroad, and how have you handled those clients to make sure that they don't shed tears in between or at the end of their project?
We've had a lot of people from the diaspora use Rivuuz for projects both big and small, right? Currently, I think we have people renovating from abroad, we have people building from scratch from abroad. And the way we work in Rivuuz with any client, wherever they are, is we will have a WhatsApp group with you, right? So even with clients in the diaspora, they're getting daily updates of what's going on site. So in addition to our technology, like I said, we're a technology company, they will have access to all the receipts, all the photos, the moment they send money, there's acknowledgement sent from our end. The moment we spend money, there's documentation on our end, right? When materials are on site, they will get photos. Okay, these things have been delivered. This is what's going on site, right? The builder is giving us updates. We're giving you updates. So you're not waiting until the end of the week, the end of the month to know what's going on your project. It's happening in real time.
What you have talked to me about is absolutely fantastic. But to be absolutely realistic, sometimes things do go wrong in construction. It's happened to me, my experience. I walk in, I say, why is this room looking like this? This is not really what I wanted. So I want to kind of find out about your responsiveness to challenges. When something goes wrong, how does Michelle with her team handle the crisis on hand? Because automatically people feel, I've spent all this money and my money has not been used properly. How do you handle these type of situations?
Construction is complex and never without challenges, right? But I think one thing I've learned in this business is a lot of the things are preventable, right? So part of it, we cannot minimize the risk to zero, but there's a lot of things you can do to reduce it. Part of it is just this getting a clear understanding of what it is that you want, right? I think that eliminates a lot of problems. Because I think as a home builder, you might not know what kind of tiling you want, what you want in the bathroom. So we help you figure this out, right? Even before work has started. But our work is also to hold everyone accountable. So we are the person sitting in the middle. We have your money and are paying it out as work happens. So if something goes wrong in your project, we will immediately look who is responsible, what's happened and why, right? If it's because, okay, the builder has built the wall going in this direction, then we'll find, okay, the builder is paying for that. You're not going to spend any more money because we have the builder's money. Your money that you paid for your build. You've quoted, the builder knows this, right? The builder knows if I make a mistake, if I do something, it's my money being used to correct it. So the builder is also incentivized to not make a mistake.
Michelle, thank you so much for this fantastic interview. I really have learned a lot and I'm excited about the possibility of some of our clients here at Makeni Heights using your services, because I like the fact that there's a person who is responsible, who is sincere, and who is able to take care of the client's business. I can sense from your business model that you are customer sensitive, customer focused, and that's what we at Makeni Heights absolutely love. And I look forward to us collaborating to see how our clients can be able to use your service and build their dream home at Makeni Heights.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.